So here's the next fidget spinner up for consideration. This is a little bar spinner by Grimsmo Knives. I did one other review on another spinner by Grimsmo a little while back. It was just a little round spinner. This one's a bar spinner with kind of a unique design. It's got a really small button, and the buttons come in different colors. And it's got little brass weights out on the end and a very, very fine mesh connecting the center of the spinner to the weights on the outside. It's not very heavy at all. It's really light. And I'm a little bit concerned that this might not hold up to my testing because it almost seems fragile. But that's not going to stop me from trying to test it. But yeah, this one, it's got kind of a unusual feel to it. It's not the easiest thing in the world to spin. The weights just kind of bounce around like that, and it takes a little bit of practice with this one. Getting pull strokes on it is harder than getting push strokes. You could do like that okay, but getting a hold of it for a pull stroke is not the easiest thing to do. So it's kind of intriguing. Definitely a different feel than most bar spinners. But mainly I'm going to be concerned, of course, how long does it spin. I'm not expecting too much out of this one because it's not very heavy at all. But if I remember right, I was kind of surprised by the other one from Grimsmo Knives before, so we could get something interesting out of this one. So I'm going to start the testing. Okay, while I was testing this Grimsmo Knives spinner, which they just call the bar spinner, at first I was a little bit disappointed because it was only getting spin times of, about around 3 minutes, which didn't surprise me too much because it's so light. It weighs 32 grams, by the way. One of the lighter spinners I've ever tested. But I noticed that it went longer and longer as I tested it more and more. So I looked up and found out what kind of bearing it has. It has a silicon nitride bokeh bearing. So it's a hybrid, and I kind of came to the conclusion that it needed a break-in time. So I ended up throwing out the first couple of spins and redoing them once it settled into its more typical spin time. So I got an average spin time of 5 minutes on the dot, which is a lot better than I thought it would, and that qualifies it as a superior spin time. For something that light, it's pretty amazing actually that it spins that long. So it's got a really good bearing. It's got an 11 ball hybrid bearing in it. The play still is messing with me a little bit. I can't say I'm the best with these fidget spinners in the world, but it seems to work okay to throw it like that, but getting a hold of it for a pull stroke is kind of difficult. See, I keep missing it all the time. But it's actually more fun to use as a two-handed spinner, to just sit here and do this kind of thing. That seems to be more fun with this one. So this thing is made of titanium, the button and the body, and it has brass weights on the ends. Still does not make it very heavy. I gave it an appearance score of 9 because I think it looks really awesome. It's got this very fine mesh body or wings, going out, connecting to the weights. Feel score of 7 because it's got a few problems in that regard. It's not the easiest thing in the world to use. Some people might like that though, and just something that's a little more challenging to play with. And I gave it a perceived quality of 8. So it got an overall score of 7.56, which qualifies it as very good, which is considerably better than I thought it was going to do. And it's pretty unique. And again, another unique spinner that if you want something with a different feel to it than you normally get, that's a pretty good one to have. Costs $155. They're currently out of stock, but they say they put up new stock frequently, so you should be able to pick one of these up on the Grimsmo Knives website. And that's it. A pretty cool little bar spinner.